What is up? They said we couldn't do it. They said we wouldn't do it. But no one said we shouldn't do it. And that's why, no, it's not true. No one's telling us what to do. We're just cleaning up. We're trying to make it all make sense, you guys. At a certain point, you have to manage the mess, or the mess manages you. And this mess is probably going to be, what, only like the second time I've ever opened Commander Legends. Maybe the third ever in my life. So here we go. A set I've never played. It's got some staples. It was a lot more prestigious, I feel like, a few years ago, and then it kind of got some of the big ones reprinted. Commander Masters, it cooled off a lot. Kamal's Will is the first card there. Slurk, that's right, you get those commanders at the top. Foil Command Tower, though, that's fun. That's not bad at all, actually, a little treasure token. Jeweled Lotus is still the big there are etched cards in this, but like they're very, very rare, but etched did not take off. So I don't know where those stand, to be honest with you. They have these huge packs. I mean, there's a lot of like good cards. Intangible Virtue you can see there, so some decent uncommons. Flamekin Herald, that's a fun card. All your spells get Cascade. That's an effect we like to see. So there it is. There's an etched card, and I think there's like one in a box. So like that is our etched card for this box, I believe. We'll keep an eye on that. But I've opened these before, and I think you get like one, like it was like, I don't know what they were, like clearly the plan for what etched could be changed. And I think they started printing it way more to be like, people will care about etched now, and it's like, we don't. Like etched didn't take off. Yeah. Double Masters 2022, I think, has a lot of blame to share in the destruction of the value of etched. Court of Bounty, I don't know this one. When it's a green card for Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield. If you're the Monarch, instead, you may put a creature or a land. Huh, that's a cool card. I don't know that one myself. Just a regular foil. So for a few through here, yeah, I'm sure they promoted the idea that it's like, oh, it's Commander Legends. It's like a master set for Commander. There's going to be a bunch of new cards and a lot of great reprints. Don't get me wrong. Like the fact that they went back and are printing like the playables heavily for Commander is great. Destroy all creatures and planeswalkers except for Commander. Slash the ranks. I don't even know that card. That's a funny one. What do we have here? Root Weaver Druid. He's a foil rare. When he enters the battlefield, each opponent may search your library for up to 3 basic lands. They each put one of those cards on the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest under their. Wait, so they get 3. So, wait a second. Then each player who searched their library this way shuffles it. Wait. Each opponent searched their library for up to 3 basic land cards. So my 3 opponents, and they each have 9 now. Then they each put one of those on the battlefield under my control, so I get 3 lands, and they each get 2. I don't know if that's good enough, man. That doesn't seem like a good deal. Ramping all of my opponents by 2 to ramp for 3? Like, that's crazy talk. I don't know. Do people play that guy, or is he awful? Like, that's some risk-reward stuff. I guess if you have some stuff that's like an effect when it hits the thing. Laboratory Drudge. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card. If you've cast a spell from your graveyard, activate it. Okay, that's not that guy I can see using. Jeska, Thrice Reborn. What is this? Wow, okay. She is partner, and she can be your commander. Man, I've not seen her. And this is her full art. Wow. So red and 2. Jeska enters the battlefield with a loyal counter for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. Okay. So for 0, choose target creature until the end of your next turn. If that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that. Ooh, so she like gasses up her partner to kill. Damn. And then for -X, she deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. Okay. And she is partner? Dude, that's a nuts card. Wow, okay. That's a fun crate. I didn't know that was in here. I guess that's her on the cover there. Jeska with her crazy swords. Kamal's sister? Is that Jeska? Before she got turned into whatever she got turned into, right? Braids, and then Corona. Is that, ooh, Opposition Agent. Well, there's one of the other cards you want to see from this. So some spicy stuff coming out. Rayov, he's been printed a lot. Ezior, Wardwing Familiar. It's a fun little defensive commander card. So we'll keep powering through. Man, that's wild. Full throwback to Jessica. She got her moment to shine. We are going through. We're doing the work today. Uncommon, Shimmering Mirror should have always been. Ooh, Mana Drain. Let's go. Bow wow. Bow wow, wiki wow. Slam a drain. We love to see it. That's a hit. And a Belby. At the beginning of each player's post-combat main phase, that player adds 2 colorless for each of your opponents who lost life this turn. Interesting card. Do see her on quite a few lists. I don't see. I guess her in Lathril is good because when you attack, you generate a ton of mana for playing aggressively. That'd probably be her best home when I see green, black, and elf, right? Seraphic Greatsword, another mythic. Little Angel Blade and Kark the Thumbless. Very nice. Wow, we're seeing some very nice cards. And Sengir the Dark Baron. Very cool. Wow. So, excellent box of Commander Legends so far. We're very pleased with ourselves. We are very pleased with ourselves. Let's just slide through all of those. Can never have enough of those Findorn Elves. Especially love the art on that. Like, the fact that they were like, keep them gothic. Like, you got to keep them as, like, the gothic cool girlfriend, you know? That's, like, their thing. Just Body of Knowledge. You know, this card sees some love, actually, from what I remember. 2 blue and 3. Power and toughness equal your hand size. You have no max hand size. And whenever it is dealt damage, draw that many cards. That's actually a really fun card for Commander. Like, there's a lot you can do with that. The Guildless Commons. Oh, excuse me. Yara Thorn of the Glade is good, too. That's a good elf. There are some quality elves. Elvish Doomsayer. Gotta love him. Foundry Inspector. Yeah, just some classic cards in here. Like, this is another power pack set. Keeper of the Accord. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more creatures than you, make a 1/1 white soldier. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player has more lands, search your library for plans. So, ramp, dudes. Oh, bam! Foil Vampiric Tutor? Let's go. This is a slamming box for us. Holy cow. We're having an amazing day. Oh my god. Did you see that? A foil Vampiric Tutor? After we already ripped a Mana Drain? Whew. Probably no Jeweled Lotus for us, but I don't know if we need it now. Zazat's Will. Zazat's. Tavesh Zazat. I always Zazat. Choose one. Okay, well, he does his thing there. Leza. Shroud of Dusk. She's pretty dope. She's been reprinted since this first came out, but I think people were stoked to have the black and white angel. I mean, I think one of the coolest things, excuse me, I'm adjusting my chair for better posture. One of the coolest things they did for the Valkyrie was make some more black and white angels in Kaldheim as well. Like, it's cool that Kaldheim and Orzhov, like, they both make sense for angels. Rex Sage. Commander's Plate. Damn, we are hitting the box, aren't we? This is quite a great box. Commander's Plate. Another one of the best cards we could find in there. Radiant. Sarah Archangel. Flying. Tapped another untapped creature you control with flying. She gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Costs a lot, and she's big, but great art. I'm glad at least they were like, paint some cool new art of our girl, Radiant. Pride of the Perfect. I don't think anyone plays that. And Prismatic Piper. You know, that guy seemed a lot more common in the other versions of this box I've opened. Remember when people thought he'd break the game? They weren't ready. They were like, trust us, guys. Commander is not about just the fact that commanders let you play other colors. We're going to keep adding to this format. Spectator Seating. Only, I think, our first land, but we're not doing too bad, so I'm not going to call it out for that. Because the lands are usually a softer box of this stuff, but here we are, really getting into it, you know? All right, all those great commons, uncommons, a vaulted champion, so back-to-back land. They're keeping us strong. Armillary Sphere? You know what? People play the Sphere. There it is in foil. People do play the Sphere. Here we go. We're flying through these, but again, you know there's great commons and uncommons in here. Rings of Brighthearth, another real hit. Rebecca, and boom, a Chroma. Man, our legend slot is killing it. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, excuse me. At the beginning of each combat until end of turn, each other creature you control gets +1/+1 if it has flying, if it has first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, blah, blah, blah. So her and Audric, the guy who gets everybody to have abilities, right? Because then now she's giving everyone +4/+4 and all those abilities. So she's like the combo win for the Audric deck, right? And then an Armored Skyhunter in foil. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment from among them on the battlefield. If an equipment's put in that way, attach it to a creature. So just ripping equipments off the top deck. A Monarch token. Man, this has been a hot little box of Commander Legends. I can see that they're not all this saucy. I also think, is 3 visits in here as like a common or an uncommon? I think it might be. Dawnglade Regent. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. As long as you're the Monarch, permanents you control have hexproof. Well, there you go. And then you just protect it, right? Oh, and there's Lathael. The Bounteous Dawn. It does not have partner, but it was in that legend slot. And it has a lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, put that many. So another great hit. Unicorn. They knew they needed to give the Unicorn crown some energy. And they really did. They gave it a few versions of Lathael. And life was good. All right, there we are. Hull Breacher. Wow, the other big hit. We're doing fantastic. Hull Breacher and Opposition Agent. Remember when Hull Breacher was like destroying the game of Magic? Takes you back to those days, doesn't it? When like Hull Breacher and Opposition Agent were like the cards to talk about. Man, we are doing great this box. This is an awesome box to have opened. Court of Ire. When it enters the battlefield, become the Monarch. At your upkeep, it deals 2 damage to any target. If you're the Monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead. Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting way that card is templated. Dragon Egg, a foil dragon egg. A single dragon egg. The question becomes, do we find Jeweled Lotus? It's been a great box. We've seen our fair share of mythics, certainly. Nothing too crazy finish-wise. Foils, we got our one woofing dog of an etched. But I'm just wondering, we've never seen Jeweled Lotus, and do we find it? So at this point in the video, that's becoming like the main curiosity, because otherwise it's been a great box. We're not sad. We're stoked. I'm just curious to see what shows up. Court of Grace. It's a great card. When it enters the battlefield, you become a Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, make a 1/1 Spirit. If you're the Monarch, make a 4/4 Angel instead. Another Angelic Gift. Another Prismatic Piper. So, yeah, I think we've got 5 packs left. Do we Lotus out of here? I don't know if we've seen our big rare in foil yet. Maybe my memory isn't great this far into the box. Another Training Center. Not bad. Kedis Averna, the Chaos Bloom. As you cascade, you may put a land card from among them. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, yep. That's a keeper. That's one. Oh, excuse me. My nose is itchy. It's spring, you guys. Pollen in the air. Okay. Here we go. We're working our way through it, you guys. We put in the work today. Staff of Domination. Classic Commander combo piece. Absolutely huge. Blade Brand, the Prism. Okay, so we did great. It has been an awesome box. Do we see the Lotus though? Do we see one more Mythic at least? One more Mythic shows us we had like a chance at glory. Bio-Waste Blob oozes. Amreth the Lustrous. Whenever, I don't know this one, a Bant Dragon. Whenever another permanent enters battlefield, look at the top card of your library. If it shares a card type, you may reveal that card and put it in your hand. Interesting. Is this like for blank Bant? So you can just like keep getting card draw out of blank? Is that the idea of that? kiddos. Aurora Phoenix. It's a fun card. I think this card does get some love. I don't think it's the card. Jared, True Air. Okay, we've seen some good cards here today, but we have not seen the cards yet. Let's see. Last pack. Do we fall over our chair? Undergrowth Stadium. Not bad, not bad. Dargo and Nostro, Voice of the Crags. Very cool. So yeah, still a pretty dope box. I mean, let's go through it, but we've got Nostro, so we've got one of the lands, a lot of rares there, but that's fine. Staff of Domination's a great hit. 2 of the lands. Court, Hull Breacher. Armored Skyhunter is dope and rare. There's our Mythic Achroma. Rings of Brighthearth, another land. Commander's Plate is another great Mythic. Foil, Vampiric Tutor. Can't beat that. And yeah, we did pretty well for ourselves. Seraphic Greatsword's kind of a whiff, but Mana Drain. Full Art Jeska. We're a Druid. Yeah, we did pretty good for ourselves. So thanks for joining us on Commander Legends box opening video that we're doing. We didn't hit the Jeweled Lotus again, but we did pretty dang well for ourselves. So thanks so much. Catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.